Hey everyone, have I here been another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be discussing the Extreme Z Awakening or EZA bargain sale that JP is getting on their version of the game. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So what am I talking about? Well, JP is going to get 11 EZAs coming just in a few days from this video being recorded, like January 6th, depending on the time zone that you're in. 11 EZAs is quite a bit. Hopefully you guys are saving up for some Zenny. Hopefully they'll have some additional missions for Zenny. And all those units are then highlighted by this LR, summonable LR, in LR Goten and Trunks, or LR Mighty Mask, or LR the Boys, whatever you want to call them. So many different names, but we're going to go ahead and highlight this video with them by going over their details. But first I want to talk about the other units that are going to be EZA'd here. I'm not going to go into detail because once again there's 11 of them and this video would then take like half an hour to go through all this. But generally speaking, of course, everyone got excited because Chow Man's getting his Awakening now, his EZA there. It's kind of a meme card, right? So he has this unique ability to get 300 attack, but still attacks all. I don't see him very useful really anywhere, but it's going to be a fun card just to mess around with. The rest, as you can see, you have a cross between 5 Dragon Ball Fusion cards and then Majin Buu Saga cards along with that as EZAs. So the ones that I think that you'll see that's going to be really highlighted and used more would be from the fusions. I would say the Weirus. He's a double orb changer support unit. Can be interesting, you know. The different teams you can run with the Weirus there. I think Janembu and Kuliza, it's very interesting, right? Because both of them actually stack, and I really think the strength Kuliza there, that unit right there is seemingly pretty powerful due to the fact that he has a greatly raises attack unconditionally, and that's a 50% SA boost along with a defensive stacking ability as well. So for long events, I think he can be very useful on, you know, still a small amount of teams that you can actually run Kuliza on. So then Janembu, he stacks defense, and also Kuliza supports as well. So again, very interesting there. And really the only unit I think a lot of people are going to use is the Tech Vegito. The Tech Vegito was back in the day one of the best supports when, you know, you need the attack and defense at 25%. Now, he doesn't provide any key, but will provide you an opportunity to support, but also have some other abilities as well. You know, you have the Goku and Vegeta that are, you know, in a sense, orb changers if you're having a Vegeta or Goku on the same turn. But they're nuking units, and we have a lot of nuking units now. They can be definitely useful, but I think the Vegito you're going to use a lot of. I don't know what they did with the Super Buu there. That unit is garbage. There's no plus to attack. I don't know what they did. It's just all defense and healing. I don't think anybody's going to use that unit. But anyway, those 4 are the ones that I feel like I should just let you guys know. I think they're going to be useful. If you guys want to check that out, of course, always go to the Dokkan Wiki to check out all these units. So but anyway, let's go ahead and look at the history of summonable LRs and their EZAing. So this is the timeline that we've really been seeing for these EZA summonables, right? There are currently, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the OG 90s. Only LR Rosemasu has not EZA'd yet. We're expecting him to be in the 7-year anniversary, hopefully due to the fact that I think a lot of people are expecting Vegito and Gogeta Blue. That would make sense for the Vegito Blue side, right? For the Rosemasu, the EZA. And then the Neo 100s, a lot of people told me, like, well, you know, LR Mighty Mask is the first Neo 100. It's not, actually. Bardock is the first Neo 100. It's one of those weird units that didn't fit anywhere in the patterns. From back in the day, from your old school players, if you guys remember, the OG 90s was a certain class and type, and then the mirror opposite was the Neo 100s, right? The AGL was Extreme AGL, and then Super AGL, Extreme Tech, Super Tech, etc., right? And then the Bardock was just this random one that was laid out to him. Anyway, it's the first one that EZA'd in the Neo 100s, and now you have the second one in the Mighty Mask, the Boys, whatever you want to call them. So, and then of course the only 177 category EZA is LR Friku and Frieza and Goku there. So But besides that fact, let's go ahead and look at the details and see how, did they do it justice, right? And kind of have to compare it to the Bardock because that's the only Neo 100, and Bardock was pretty decent. And I can say, just by looking at the details here, this is going to be a decent unit. It's not going to be groundbreaking. I don't think any of these LRs is going to be groundbreaking. It's going to be useful in certain situations. The biggest issue with this unit here is he just doesn't link very well on with anybody. So that's why you're going to see his passive skill has its own key mechanic, but he's on a lot of categories. So it can fit into a spot or a floater spot that you might need a fill in, and it might work out fine. So let's go ahead and just dive a little bit deeper on here. Now, the leader skills, we already knew it was going to be key +4 HP attack and defense, 120% across the board for super class on the type advantage, and then extreme AGL, key +3 HP and attack defense, 90% on the secondary leader skill there. So that we knew that from Bardock. So let's look at the super attacks here. The super attacks for Goten and Trunks have been really weird. Initially you have these opportunities to get one or another type of transformation, in a sense, to Gotenks. The 12 key, right now you're going to have a 50% chance of becoming either fat Gotenks or skinny Gotenks. The weird thing about the 12 key here is if you transform into the skinny Gotenks, you get a debuff. So I don't know what they were thinking there. So this is the Super Saiyan 3 Broly mechanic here, where you're losing defense for just kind of no apparent reason, right? So because you have a 50% chance of going skinny Gotenks on a 12 key. Now the idea here is not to get a 12 key super, because all in all it's really not overly beneficial. So if you go fat Gotenks, then you get raises defense by 30%. They should have just said skinny Gotenks, you don't get anything, you don't get any boost. It was just causes cost damage to the enemy. Maybe that they could have just did that, but yeah, it's a debuff, 50% chance if you have a 12 key going off. So maybe you don't want to have any additionals happen on this unit here. The 18 key, on the other hand, actually, it's pretty nice. 50% chance of either going Super Saiyan 1 Gotenks or Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. If you go Super Saiyan 1 Gotenks, you raise defense by 30%, which is it's nice and strong there, just like the 12 key on the fat Gotenks there. It is beneficial, especially for this unit here. But if you go Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which is again a 50% chance, before it was like a 30% chance of getting Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, you're going to get greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, which is a 50% increase. Now that is very strong because it's going to increase your SA multiplier along with the defense up 50%, which is a nice strong buff. So you really want to get 18 key super attack, and then you have a 50% chance to go Super Saiyan 3. I just don't like the RNG mechanic of it all. So it would have been nice to maybe say, okay, if you get 24 key or max key, you go a guaranteed Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks or something like that. But just this random chance is, yeah, I guess RNG is a part of Dokkan. But the passive skill here, again, this is the reason why you're going to have this key +5 to 10 randomly, another random part of this unit here. 10 keys a lot, 5 keys a lot, so you should be able to get the 18 key off easily for this unit here. You're gonna get a straight up attack and defense 150%. Now when you have 150% on these type of stats, you're gonna hit extremely hard and defend really well, because the stats are so high, even though they're not getting boosted up by the EZA. And LR, summonable LR, to say the least, really have a really strong buffs here. You have 21,000 for attack and 15,000 for defense, so yeah, very high there. So just with that, it's very strong. But you're going to also get an additional 50% to attack when performing a ultra super attack. So I forgot to mention, attack and defense is 50% when performing a super attack. So don't put this unit in the first slot because it'll just get wrecked. So third slot, this is kind of meant to be like a floater unit, right? So you're going to get additional 50% when you're performing an ultra super attack. So you really want to get that 18 key off, and then a 30% chance of evading enemies attack. I think crit for sure on this. You do not want to have a 12 key get shot out and get the skinny Gotenks and you lose 30% of your defense. I think, yeah, evade and crit is what you want to put in on the potential system, which I might have to change up now, because this unit you've probably had for quite some time. Luckily, on version Z, you only take 1 Dragon Stone to make the change. Now, the Link skills I've mentioned, not all that great, right? So Z Fighters, Innocence, Prodigy, Shocking Speed, Budding Warrior, Shattering the Limit, no preferred for battle, and then Legendary Powers. So very limited on the Link skills there, but the category is quite a bit. Got a bunch here, like 13 categories: Fusion, World Tournament, Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Joint Forces, Youth, Special Pose, Rapid Growth, Gifted Warriors, Heavenly Events, Time Limit, Bond of Friendship, and Entrusted Will. So like I mentioned before, not too many good linking partners. So when you look at like 4 link partners here, these are the 3 4 link partners that it's in a sense usable on a team, on a category team. Generally, you're not going to run Beerus with them because you got 4 links, but the only team that you're going to run them on is Joint Forces that they're together on. So, yeah, World Tournament, I guess you can run the free-to-play Tien and Chaozu, and then you have the Marin, Trunks, and Goten as a free-to-play unit there as well. So that's kind of what you have to look forward to on like 4 links. There's a bunch with 3 links. Again, this is going to be a floater unit, spot number 3. Maybe 2 sometimes. Again, you know, can hit fairly hard though, because 18 key with the basically 150 plus additional 50 on this type of stats should be hitting extremely hard. But you know, on the other benefit is this is another unit that has Teen or Kid Trunks and Kid Goten, and there's a bunch of other units that, you know, if you have one of those on the team or on that turn, that other unit's going to be very strong. So there's, you know, the EZA units for Goten and Trunks and things of that nature, and the recent Dokkan Awaken Int and Physical one as well. So yeah, that's kind of who you're going to use for this unit here. You know, not all that hyped, but you know, it's pretty strong just on paper here, right? So kind of looking back on this list here, you know, I think they're not going to really make some of these units incredibly strong. I think the one that's going to be like really good is going to be LR Bojack. LR Bojack is already still good now on Space Traveling Warriors with the strength Bojack there because of the support. But making him even stronger, I think he will look the best maybe out of this. Maybe Cell. So I think the next 4 of the Neo Gods, they're going to have to do a pretty good job to make them a little bit more relevant and useful. I think Beerus can be useful on certain teams, but it's hard to, if you're running Realm of Gods, to not put like the Saiyan, you know, blue units on there versus Beerus. So they need their own category. Beerus does, like the God of Destruction. So you can run them. Cell's going to be interesting, but I think Bojack will probably be really good out of these. And we don't know what Rose Moss is going to look like, right? OG90, the last one there. They're waiting for him for a reason, right? So, but anyway, that's what I think about the new EZAs and then the LR EZA in LR Goten and Trunks. Tell me what you guys think. You guys think he's going to be very useful? How hard do you think he's going to hit? I think he's just going to be like Bardock. He's good, but you're not going to use him as much as like a LR Bardock. So, but anyway, again, thank you for watching. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time.